Exercise 3. Edit text and use keyboard shortcuts. Part of the Word 2007 Core Preparation Guide brought to you by Shiftkey Solutions. In this exercise, we'll be using some simple keyboard shortcuts along with some simple editing text features. Step 1 of exercise 3 tells us to move our insertion point to the beginning of our document. So the way I do this is press Control plus Home. And there it is. We'll notice that our insertion point has now moved to the beginning of our document. Next, step 2 tells us to display our vertical and horizontal ruler. If you remember from our environment review, the quick way to do this is to come to the top of our vertical scroll bar and click this little button here, View Ruler. That's a quick way to display the vertical and horizontal ruler. An alternative to this is to come to the View tab, and then in the Show Hide group there's a ruler option. If I click this, it removes the rulers. If I click it again, they'll reappear. Step 3 tells us to select the first 2 lines of text. So let's do that. I'm going to click and drag to select the first 2 lines of text. From there, I'm going to apply a no spacing style. And that's found here on my Home tab in the Styles group. I have a list of quick styles available to me. And this is a gallery. You'll notice that as I cursor over each one, it'll give me a live preview. The one we want is the no spacing. We can see that it says no spacing here in the icon. In addition, I get a screen tip telling me no spacing. So I'll click to apply. Next, step 5 tells me to locate the paragraph that begins with thank you. So I'll scroll down, and here's the paragraph that begins with thank you. Then I also want to place my insertion point to the right of the word good. Here in the second sentence of the paragraph is the word good. I'll place my insertion point to the right of this word, and I'm going to press backspace 5 times to remove this word. Next, I'm going to place my insertion point to the left of the word very. And I'm going to remove the word very by pressing my delete button on my keyboard 5 times. I do it 5 times to include the blank space after the word. Next, I'm going to move my insertion point from right here to the end of my document with a keystroke. And that's accomplished by pressing Control End. And so my insertion point here is at the end of my document now. Step 9 tells us to select the phrase at any time from the last paragraph here we want to update. I'm going to locate and find this phrase, and here it is. I'm going to click and drag to select it at any time, and I want to remove it. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to press backspace. I also could have pressed delete to remove it. Next, I'm going to move my insertion point to the beginning of my document by pressing Control Home. From here, I'm going to save my document by coming to my Quick Access toolbar, and I'm going to click my Save button. That concludes exercise 3. Thanks for joining me. Next will be exercise 4, Select Text.